afternoon.
So, wow. Why don't we have some CRS talks with our own Michael Lee, John Young, and Maura Neal. Michael's going to kick us off.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. You know, I've been in real estate for 40 years. Yes, I started out when I was 10 years old. Well, I've learned a few things in 40 years in real estate, and I'm going to share just a couple of them with you today. Rule number one that I've learned: if you want to succeed and survive in this profession, you need a consistent source of prospects. You need people coming in all year long. Why? Even if you've been in the business for 40 years, you need clients. Because we lose about 15% of our clients every single year. I don't care how good you are, you've got clients that move away. You've got clients that go with other agents, I'm sorry, and once in a while, our clients die. So we need to fill the pipeline constantly. And you want to turn some of them away. Some of them you may be working with right now, people that do not appreciate what you do for a living. You want to turn those away. Number two, there's no magic bullet despite what people call and email you about all the time. Internet leads work, but not for a lot of people. There's a few people for whom internet leads work great, but for the most of the people that I know, they struggle with internet leads. Social media, yeah, it's good to be on social media, but not many people get leads off social media on a regular basis. And video is the latest and greatest. You gotta be on YouTube, yeah, go for it. But again, it takes a lot of time. There's a lot easier and cheaper ways to do it, and I'm gonna give you a couple of ideas about how to do that. Rule number three, you've got to differentiate yourself from your competition. Because if everybody thinks, which they do, the public believes that we as realtors are all alike. And if they believe that, there's only one thing that differentiates you from any other realtor, and that is price. You do not want to be the cheapest agent out there, because that is the quickest way to the bottom. Because what experience and skills and training does it take to be the cheapest? Nothing. So please differentiate yourself from the competition and explain to them how you earn your money. Because the average home buyer, home seller thinks we do what to earn our money? Nothing. You've got to explain to them what you do to earn your money, because they think we do nothing. What I do is I give them a list of what I do to earn my money. With sellers, I give them a booklet that is 65 pages long that explains what I do when I'm not sitting in front of them, because they believe that what I do is all we do is we put a sign on the lawn, we put it in the MLS, we put an ad on the internet, and poof, magically it sells. So what I do is I give them a list of everything I do behind the scenes. And it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on for over 150 things that I do, because I want them to understand that I work hard just like they do. And I would never come to their place of work and ask for part of their paycheck, and they should never ask for part of mine. Does that make sense? Thank you. With buyers, what do they think we do? We drive them around, and then we go and collect a big fat check. Is that true? No way. So I have a totally different list of what I do to earn my money. And it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on for, again, over 150 different things that I do for my buyers so they don't ask for a rebate. You don't need to buy my lists. Make your own up. But you'd better explain to them what you do to earn your money. And then you need to explain to them how much we make, because they think we make too much. Let me give you an example. Let's take a $500,000 house. If you are in an area that's higher than that, go higher. If you're in an area that's lower, go lower. But 500,000 is a pretty round number. They believe, forget reality, that we make 6% on every house we sell in our pockets, right? So on a $500,000 house, they think we make $30,000. And they know we go to work every day, Saturdays and Sundays, so we don't just sell one house a year. The average person believes that we sell 2 houses a month. So they believe that we make $60,000 a month. And then, of course, they always do this. Well, $60,000 a month times 12 months in the year, that's $720,000 a year to do what? Nothing. So if you don't explain that to them, they are going to ask for part of your compensation. So you need to explain to them how much you really make. And the way I do it, I like to show them a dollar bill. And I like to explain to them, this is what you believe we make, 6%. But wait, if I'm working with you, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, there's a broker who brings a buyer. And they take half of our compensation. So my broker makes this, 3%. But my broker, you probably don't know, charges me to be in their office. For that beautiful office, for the copy machines, the secretaries, and all that other stuff. So the broker charges me that. Now, I, your agent, get that. I'm down to about 2%. But wait, I have expenses. Things like MLS dues, board dues, errors and omissions insurance, and that kind of thing. That leaves me, your agent, after expenses with that. But wait, we're not in the same tax bracket as our clients are. Most of our clients are W-2 employees, so they have an employer who pays portions of their taxes. So I explain to them that, look, we're all in a 26% federal tax bracket. In California, we pay a 10% state tax. You may pay a little more, a little less, but as a self-employed person, you don't pay this working for Apple or Google or whatever, but as a self-employed person, we pay 15.3% self-employment tax, which means our total tax is over 50%. So of the 1% I get as your agent, Uncle Sam takes half, which leaves me with that. Now, how much of that do you want? And if they say we want half, I refer them to my worst enemy. Think about it. So if you want to turn away those kinds of clients, you need a lead generation system. So here's some of the things I would recommend you do. First of all, yes, you need a system, because real estate is no accident. You don't survive for 4 years or 40 years by accident in this profession. So again, choose your clients carefully. Do not let them choose you. But you need enough clients to turn some of them away. So what do? Make sure that, number one, they appreciate you and the value you bring to the transaction. Next, pick a technique you like. I'm going to talk to you about tomorrow over 20 techniques that cost almost nothing. But pick something you like, because if you don't like it, like farming or knocking on doors or cold calling. If you don't like it, you won't do it. And if you don't do it, okay, it won't work. So pick a technique you like, then implement it. Take the actions necessary to get to your goal of the marketing plan, and then ask someone to hold you accountable, not somebody that you're related to or romantically involved with. Because when they ask you, hey, how's that marketing plan going? It sounds like nagging. Get somebody in your office, ask them to hold you accountable, and you hold them accountable. It works really, really well. And then please, calculate the return on investment of every dollar you spend. Return minus investment divided by that investment times 100 is your ROI. Never spend a dollar if you can't compute the ROI. So for example, one of the things that I love doing is referring to you, and I hope you'll refer to me in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's a great way to get clients. That's one part of your overall multi-pronged marketing plan. Agent referrals, network with other realtors. You can send referrals back and forth. It is the most efficient form of real estate, because if it takes you 2 minutes to give a referral and you could make $3,000, that's about $45,000 an hour if you could do it every minute of the day. And your liability is what? If something goes terribly wrong on a client you referred? Virtually nothing. So a great way to go. If you're already going to an event, then the cost is zero. But for example, if you're coming to Celebration and it costs you $1,200 and you make a $3,000 referral, that's 150% return on investment. For every dollar you spend, do referrals, right? For every dollar you spend, you make $1.50 extra. Is that a good ROI? Fabulous. Do it. Talk to people around you. Don't sit with the same people. So if it works, if you get a positive ROI, do more of it. If it's negative, it's okay. You got to try some things. They're not all going to work, but try something else. And lead generation can be fun, and it can be easy. Here's me out hiking with my hiking group. We have 300 people in my hiking group. Average age is about 67 years old. And they refer to me a ton of clients. And I love hiking. And even if I don't get a client, I'm good because I got to go hiking. So you can get clients while hiking, biking, golfing, whatever it was that you did before you got into real estate and you had a life. So think about that and think about turning that into a marketing machine for you. So I hope what you'll do is you'll come to my program tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Come to my program called 20 Lead Generators under $20, and I will share even more ideas about how to get so many clients, you have to turn some away. Thank you so much, CRS, for being here. Thank you. Thank you.